What's up, guys? It's your boys Awoki back with another crime type video, and it's been a while since we looked at Deceptive Detective, and I would definitely love to watch his video because you guys have been like blowing up my my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, stating I need to watch this body cam footage of Madeline Soto's mother, Jennifer Soto. This is body cam footage, and we're gonna watch Deceptive Detective. Pretty much break this down, thinking like a cop. But before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed by hitting that white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Wookie myself has posted that video. And you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for that love and support that you guys continuously show on this channel. I can't thank you guys enough. Keep doing what you guys are doing. And then also, don't forget to subscribe to Deceptive Detective himself. This man is literally 2,700 subscribers away from hitting his 100 subscriber goal. So go over there, give him some love, do the thing, subscribe, comment, like, and share. And with that being said, let's get into his video. Okay, I've never seen this before, so I'm very interested in this.
Are you able to pick up call 931, please?
I'm currently working possible signal late. Can I hold off on that?
Is that from the other one?
26.
This is more like a shoulder camera.
34, 60 to check.
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Do they speak English?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This is mom.
This is mom? Okay. Hi there.
Steven sits
Hey
there.
What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
When someone's asked an open question like, what's going on? The answer can be very revealing because whatever the person says first is their priority. In this case, Jen didn't say, our daughter is missing, or our daughter might have run away, or we can't find our daughter.
So
Instead, it seems like she was starting to build her narrative, her alibi. Well, we dropped her off at school and I haven't seen her since. Ever since the beginning, I've thought that this story about dropping her off was scripted, and as time goes on, it seems like I've been proven correct. And the reason I thought it was scripted was because Jen was tripping over herself to get that information out there, and she said it almost verbatim every time she recited it. There's also one other inkling of deception here, which can be found in my deception deck, my 52 favorite rules for spotting lies and manipulation, and that is passive voice. Jen did not say who dropped Madeline off at school. She simply said Madeline was dropped off. Liars frequently use passive voice to minimize their involvement. If the subject is from a sentence, especially in cases where this omission results in grammatical awkwardness, or in this case situational awkwardness, where I would expect her to be very detailed about who dropped Madeline off, because that's the last person who allegedly saw her alive.
I would have been like, my daughter's missing. My husband was the last one that dropped her off. Please help me. Boom.
It may indicate that the speaker is attempting to evade responsibility. In this case, Jen could have been trying to hide the identity of who dropped Madeline off, but as we know now, what
She was
really
protecting
doing
him.
was trying to hide the fact that nobody dropped Madeline off. Does this mean that every time someone uses passive voice, they're lying to you or they're trying to
No.
minimize something? Of course not. It all depends on the context.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
Looking for another one.
Another one?
Alright, so people are still on the scene, let's put that out in the hospital location. How long?
13.
She's swaying back and forth.
I'm trying to get there right now. Okay. So she
Self-soothing.
was supposed to be dropped off at school. Didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here, because sometimes she'll walk here to this office. I came here, nothing. I went back to the school, they were closed. I got a notice, an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay. What's her name?
Madeline. Madeline.
Madeline.
This makes you pissed off that that guy
Soto.
Stephen
Soto.
Stearns is just
Date
sitting
of
there
birth.
February 22nd, 2011.
knowing exactly what he did.
February 27, 2000.
22nd,
Oh, sorry, 22nd,
2011.
2011.
Just had a 13th birthday.
13.
1418 Charlie Worldwide. What's the name of the single aid?
Madeline Soto, age 13. I'm trying to get a clothing description now. What was she last seen wearing?
26 County Charlie Worldwide. People hit my call 931. What's the name call?
Green hoodie,
Green hoodie,
white Crocs,
white Crocs,
either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts.
Yeah.
black shorts. Okay, black shorts. All right. Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where they live. Okay.
On the channel,
You
we've
know where your
analyzed
friends
multiple
live.
cases of missing and murdered children, like Madeline McCann, Summer Wells, John Benet Ramsey, Sebastian Rogers, William Turrell, and now Madeline Soto. And in all these cases, guilty parents tend to do 4 things that indicate to me that their story is a hoax. I won't go through all of them here because I've done multiple videos about how to spot a hoax, but the very first thing on the list is conclusiveness. Parents who know what happened to their children show no curiosity about it because they already know what happened. Whereas innocent parents, like the mother of Gannon Stouch or the parents of Chase Martins, are never conclusive about anything because all options are still on the table, similar to how when I make a video, I never state conclusively whether or not the parents are guilty because I can never be 100% sure. That's why I have the metaphor of stacking my poker chips. So when Jen says conclusively that Madeline does not know where her friends live, that is a red flag to me. An innocent person would be considering all options. Well, maybe she figured out where one of her friends lived.
I'm telling you right now, 13-year-olds, they know where their friends live.
Maybe she went to one of their houses.
I
and
have
was
2 of
hiding.
them.
Maybe that's why she asked Stefan or me or whoever allegedly, according to our made-up story, dropped her off at school to stay a block away from the school. The point is, Jen is far too conclusive here to be innocent, in my opinion.
She's throwing out possibilities.
I asked all of them.
Okay.
Did she?
Is this like? Did she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? House? Any places that like she?
Oh yeah, what an area where Stephen Stearns dropped her off at.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if I get some.
Thank you.
No problem. And what school she goes to?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Hunters Creek Middle. All right, cool. 125.
Guessing he's leaving so he can talk.
Do you guys have? Do you have a picture of her? Can you airdrop it to me?
Yeah, I know. Let me see which picture. I don't know which picture.
Just grab a picture of her face.
Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I have to look at.
Ooh, she snipped at him. She's kind of snippy there.
Go ahead. That's what I'm about to grab right now. Yeah. All right, cool.
You can't tell me you don't have a picture of her like face. That you have to go through that many photos.
Is this a good enough picture, or do you need a whole
Yeah,
body
that's
picture?
perfect.
One of the core tenets of statement analysis is that we always speak based on everything we know. So sometimes when we're trying to answer a question deceptively, the truth slips out. It's simply a consequence of memory being more powerful than imagination. When this happens, it's known as leakage, and it's probably the closest we'll ever get to mind reading. So it's no surprise it features in the Deception deck, as well as one of my most popular YouTube videos, How to Spot Guilty Leakage. So why do I say all this? Well, I think when Jen offered to show the cop a full body photo of Madeline, that may have been leakage that she knew the way they would recognize Madeline was by her body,
Clothes.
instead of how you would expect a missing child to be recognized, which is by their face. For
See,
example,
that's what
in a
I was
crowd
saying.
or on the news or in a ransom note as a proof of life. The thing with
I'd be looking for a picture of my child's face, not the whole body.
leakage is, of course, it's cumulative, so we can't look too much into this. However, my instinct tells me that Jen's offer to show the cop a full body photo of Madeline is not something we should ignore. And since we're nearing 100,000 subscribers, and thank you to everyone who's subscribed, I'll just give this caveat once again, since I like to give it every couple of videos. What we do here on the channel is teaching you how to spot lies and manipulation so you can use these skills to make better decisions in your own life. When it comes to locking people up in prison, we need to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. All that said, if Jen Soto were to move in to my neighborhood, you would not see me walking up to her porch with a welcome basket.
That's good. He doesn't trust her. Come on, you can't tell me you don't have a picture. I have hundreds, if not thousands of pictures of my kids.
Okay, where's the folder?
School functions, vacations, holiday. Come on.
I saved it to my photos, so you could.
You saved it to your photos?
Yeah, we can just
Perfect.
go straight to the photos.
And just Stefan Stern sitting there all calm and collected, knowing what he did.
Okay, perfect. Give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna send it out right now to my other guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So he's sending out like a, what do they call those, APBs, or I'm probably saying it wrong.
The body cam footage is split up into parts, so now we're starting part 2. You may have noticed it's also redacted. That doesn't affect my analysis because the audio isn't censored. If you want to watch the full unredacted version, check out friend of the channel, Guilty of Crime, who's uploaded the full unredacted body cam after this.
Maybe I need to go watch that.
So they called since I don't know what.
7:42.
Whenever they, what did you say that they should call? My question is not, why is it not a code 3 when it first came out? Yeah, so that last time she was seen, it was early this morning, like 7 o'clock. That's what I'm about to see. I'm about to go check. I just try to get as much information now of her.
I guarantee Madeline had a
has a hit in like a big area
cell
for
phone.
kids. So if you want to help me out with this one, I'm my signal expert.
Man, just looking at both of them, you already know that they're guilty. Is this all family of Madeline's?
This is mom right here. Okay, fine. By any chance, does she have a phone number or phone?
She does, but she left it at home today. I have it.
You have it.
And I've already gone through her messages.
Okay. How about, does she have like Apple Watch? No. Does she have,
She had a laptop that Stefan Stearns threw away. Steven or Stefan? I can't remember. I want to say it's Stefan.
If the Wi-Fi is turned on, it'll try to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Once again, we have more conclusiveness from Jen. Well, the only device she has is her Apple Watch. Her computer can't connect to the internet. These are all too conclusive. Like I said,
See all the family members, they're trying to like, oh, do this, do that. And she's like, no, that, no. It's like, come on, try something.
For someone who doesn't know what happened. And the beauty here is we have the other people in the room for contrast, because they are acting how innocent people act. They're thinking, well, can the laptop connect? If it's near Wi-Fi, wouldn't it be able to
Oh, you
connect?
can't because it's in the
Which is
garbage.
completely the opposite of what Jen is doing, where she's immediately shutting down potential avenues search. And since we're back onto conclusiveness, I'll just go through the 3 other bullet points in my Hoaxer checklist for any new subscribers who aren't familiar with it. Hoaxers typically are overly conclusive. They're vague about the money shot. In other words, the main event of the story. They're reticent about the money shot, and there's a big difference between their displayed and their reported emotions. And I'll explain that more after this next segment.
Man, she's swaying a lot. Like what?
Possibly, I don't know. She got dropped off. She was like, so she's embarrassed by his car. So she didn't want to be dropped off at school. She wanted to be dropped off like half a block away so she can walk.
She's in the face.
But he dropped her off.
62 counts of crime that he's committed.
She was walking in that direction. She was rifling through her backpack, just looking at something. I thought maybe she was just looking at her headphones before she got the walking on.
Yeah.
But she was just kind of, shambling over in that direction. It looked the same as any other morning.
Okay.
What was the last thing you asked?
If she went to school,
So I got confirmation from the school that she never made it. They sent me an email saying she didn't make it. But I also spoke to her or emailed one of her teachers directly, and he looked at all her attendance for all her periods and told me she'd make it at all today.
I'm telling you right now, if my kids don't make it to school, which has only been a couple times because they had a doctor's appointment and we didn't tell the school, they call within like 10 to 30 minutes of school starting. So you can't tell me that they don't do that with these guys.
Say it again? No, she's supposed to have a book bag. She was supposed to go to school, but didn't go to school today.
That's in the garbage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Battery FGOA 212319 turtleback third party for Saturday.
Okay.
Complaint
All right.
Children
Cool.
by two juvenile males. Your request is
Say it
10.5
again?
only. It's code 219.5.
I'm trying to figure out secondary spots, but so far negative on anything. Yeah, you could be 51 to me. All right, cool.
Trying to listen to the conversation.
While we have a break from the interview, I'll quickly address Jen's body language since I've had so many comments about it, especially after my first video of her news interview where she was shaking uncontrollably. As I've said in previous videos, body language is useful for overt communication, like I'm doing right now with my hands and my face, or for detecting involuntary reactions, like if I fold my arms, I might be cold, I might be nervous, but it's not useful for spotting deception. When it comes to this, body language is simply too subjective. Someone who is embarrassed or ashamed but telling the truth might act and move just as suspiciously as someone who is lying. And even if you believe body language has some deception detection value,
I think it does.
I encourage you to ignore it anyway, because the risks of being misled or manipulated by body language outweigh any benefits it could possibly have. And when it comes to spotting hoaxers, that is what I mean when I say there's a difference between their displayed and their reported emotions. For example, people who I consider to be sociopathic and psychopathic, like Amanda Knox, O.J. Simpson, and the Wells, are able to act very sad and very convincingly. And if you go by their body language, you might actually get fooled by them. But if you listen to their statements and ignore their body language, you should detect a difference between the way they're acting in front of you to manipulate you and what they're saying. And what you will notice is that psychopaths or guilty people tend to forget to include the emotions in their story. In this case, Jen hasn't told us that she was running around frantically looking for Madeline. In fact, at the very beginning of this body cam footage, when she talked about coming to the shop, she said that she went over to the shop to check if Madeline was there, instead of picking up the phone and calling and saying, "Hey, is my daughter over there?" So no matter how nervous Jen acts now or shifting side to side, it's not going to influence my opinion of her innocence or her guilt. And if you want to see my full thoughts on this, check out my video, Can Body Language Expose Lies?
I'm gonna have to watch that one.
4 units prepared a copy of local OPD at
Yeah, it said negative on that hit at the park.
Way,
So.
reference A21 to a vehicle. Pursuing local, reference A21 to a vehicle.
I think
Going
black
to be
shorts.
an unknown male, race
There she goes with her swaying again.
black
And
ski
white
mask,
Crocs
black
with
gloves.
socks.
No further information. 1064, 1946.
And when was the last time you seen her? Do you know around what time?
Around 8:30, 8:40 when we dropped her off.
How tall is she?
5'1",
Weight,
110 pounds,
110, 112.
hair color,
blonde.
Blonde, like a dirty blonde.
like a dirty blonde.
Yeah.
Okay. Eye color.
Blue.
Does she have any markings on her, like any scars
She
or anything
has
like that?
a distinctive beauty mark on her face
On her
here.
face.
On the face, like below the nose or near the nose.
Yeah, like right in that area there. It's very distinctive. You'd know it if you saw it. Big.
Any other scars or anything like that? Which you know?
Scars.
No.
Tattoo.
Tattoo. No.
You'd be surprised.
I don't know why they asked.
Did you put out the description?
I put the top part out. I didn't get the rest of it.
I wouldn't be laughing if my daughter was missing.
County 3042. Updated 14. White female.
Can I just see that phone?
Black shorts, white pants, approximately 5'1" height, blonde, dirty blonde hair, blue eyes, has a
Is it APB?
nose.
They just don't seem
If
worried.
you're a member of the channel, you've probably seen my 911 call checklist. And lots of people are surprised when they see that being polite and patient is under the guilty column. In other words, when someone's experiencing an emergency and they're overly friendly with the police and very accommodating, like we see here with Jen and Stefan, is a red flag. And what's more, when I hit play, listen closely to how cheerily Jen answers the phone when the principal of the school calls her. In fact, she goes out of her way to say that she's fine and asks the principal how they are doing. Remember, at this time, Jen is allegedly the mother of a girl who's been missing since 8 that morning, about 12 hours ago. And what's more, she went missing when she was on the way to the school managed by that very principal. If you were the mother of a missing child, would you be answering the phone this way? Would you be trying to make friends with everybody?
No.
Or would you be grilling them like an angry mother bear? Empirically, innocent callers and innocent people experiencing emergencies are very urgent and actually rude. So when I hit play, listen to how Jen answers this phone call.
I'm getting a random 407 number. Hello? Yes? Hi, Principal. I'm okay. How are you? No, currently police officers here right now.
Get started in the
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find her
paperwork.
anything.
Does she have any social media or anything like that?
She has Instagram.
Right here.
OBT
Yeah, her phone.
Tried it.
Trying to hear
Family, cousins.
Maddie's mom.
Right here.
That's her profile.
Yeah.
Little figgy.
Any Snapchat or
No, that's the
Yeah,
daughter's
she
phone.
plays games. She plays like Minecraft.
Just curiosity, why would they need to know about like social medias? I mean, besides like Facebook or something for like Messenger. I mean, it's kind of a dumb question for that I just asked, but I mean, when I think of social media, I think of YouTube and Twitch, and I don't think of like Facebook because I think of it just more of a connection.
That's the end of the second part of the body cam footage. And I think the rest of it is mainly just K9 units searching for Madeline's body. So to wrap up this video, I have one more interesting thing to show you. Let's listen to the 911 call reporting Madeline missing because I want to see if you spot a giant red flag. So listen
See
closely.
if I can spot it.
What is the location of the emergency? Okay, what's going on? Benny, please fire medical.
No, it's not a medical issue. We have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times, and the police didn't show up yet.
Are you looking for it?
Yes.
Do you know? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so 2. Yes, ma'am, I see it right here for you. Yes, ma'am, I see it. Just waiting for a deputy to respond.
They haven't come here yet.
I'm worried, ma'am. I see it. It's waiting for a deputy to respond.
We're waiting for a deputy to respond.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA. I don't know when they'll be there.
So how long do we need to wait? This is an emergency.
Ma'am, we have the information, but they're trying to get there someone as soon as possible.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we're very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
The red flag, of course, is that's not Jen Soto's voice. Jen did not report Madeline missing once.
Sister or mother?
There were 3 calls made by people other than Jen about Madeline. Another good thing about this 911 call is you can notice the contrast between
She's
this
pissy.
caller, who I believe has no idea what
Rude.
happened, and Jen. It goes back to my 911 checklist. Whereas Jen is polite and patient with the police, this caller, while not being totally rude, or maybe as rude as I would have been if my kid were missing,
No kidding.
is urgent, and they are demanding. And that is actually how innocent callers act. If you want to listen to the rest of the 911 calls, check out Duty Ron's channel. Link is in the description below. I recommend watching the video on your screen next. It's about an eerily similar missing child case that happened on the same day Madeline went missing. Until next time.
So with that being said, guys, if you guys want me to look into more of the Madeline Soto case, I mean, obviously there's more that I'd like to look into when it comes to the mother. I think she was involved in some shape or form as well. Obviously there's one right here of body language. Obviously I would like to look into that one as well. Comment your thoughts down below. Hit the like button for the obvious reasons, as justice hopefully will prevail in this. We already got Stephen Stearns, and who knows what the future holds, because Madeline definitely deserves the justice. Again, thank you guys for watching. Please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys in the next video.